And hello there, my name is Strike Alpha and I'm here today casting my friend Dyz Wallet's game. He's going to be on the blue team, working as Warwick with an Aatrox, LeBlanc, Quinn, and Pike. He's going to be playing against a Garen, Vi, Vladimir, Misfortune, and Soraka team. So this is looking to turn out to be a good game. So yeah, starting off, let's talk about some of these team comps and what they should be focusing on in terms of their win conditions. Blue team is going to be doing picks. It's going to be pretty straightforward. Essentially the entire team is pick related. Pike is going to be doing quite a bit of damage. Quinn is going to be traveling around the map at high speeds, trying to see if she can't, do her Quinn thing, get fed, and essentially carry at some point. LeBlanc is an assassin. Well, see it like this. At least 4 out of the 5 team members can be classified as assassins. Pike, Quinn, LeBlanc, and Warwick. So they're definitely going to be looking for picks. They're also going to be looking for early advantages, because if they can get those early advantages, their picks will become that much easier to manage. If they're able to get those picks, they should be able to split push in the situation where red team decides to try and force team fights, because red team does have a better team fight composition. They have a front line with Garen and Vi, and Vlad with Misfortune in the mid line, and Soraka also in the mid and back line, giving support through healing and slows and silences. So, like I said, red team is going to be looking for those picks, while blue team is going to be working for those team fights. That being said, it's going to come down to the first 10 minutes. What team is probably going to have the strongest advantage? Like I said, if blue team can get those early picks, they will be at an advantage going into the mid game. If red team can manage to stay even or get ahead themselves, they should have that advantage. But like I said, they have to stay even, and blue team is definitely not a team that is just going to sit back and not try to get an advantage. So let's go ahead and talk about these lane matchups. Aatrox and Garen is going to be pretty interesting. I fully believe that Aatrox should be able to beat Garen. Garen has the capacity to heal, but when Aatrox goes in, it's quite a bit of burst damage. So he's not necessarily going to be able to heal back from that. And if he does, it's not going to be fast enough for Aatrox to kind of go back in. So Garen's going to have to play passively if he expects to be in a position where he's still relevant in the mid game. And yeah, so we'll see how that matchup turns out. The mid matchup, Warwick and Vi. I believe Vi should be able to gank faster. However, Warwick should also be able to accomplish a little bit on his part too. And here we go, we got a fight up top. Aatrox is going in. He's done 3 slashes on Garen, and Garen has lost over 2/3 of his health, while he's only lost 1/3. Definitely not a good start for that matchup. Not really sure why he walked up to Soraka to do that, but hey, it worked. Pike is getting quite a bit of damage though, and that is going to be a very interesting trade in bot lane. But yeah, looks like Warwick though might be going up top, although he is just getting settle crap, so it might be alright. But yeah, those 2 junglers have the capacity to gank in an earlier manner, I guess. So as a result, It really is going to come down to a match of skill. And yeah, Garen is constantly on the losing ends of those trades, so it's definitely not a good sign for his situation. But yeah, this mid lane matchup, we've already seen a little bit of how that's working out. Oh, I think Aatrox may have messed up here. Oh, no, he didn't. All right. They're about even now in terms of that fight. But yeah, this mid lane matchup, Vlad and LeBlanc. LeBlanc definitely has a little bit of an advantage here now that she has her entire kit. Vlad is still going to be able to kind of keep things even if he prepares his spells in the right fashion and manner. So it's not necessarily a even match either way, but at the same time, there should definitely be some map movement on both champions to try and build an advantage that they can take for their team. Interesting. All right. And now I guess we'll talk about this bot lane matchup. We have Quinn and Pyke versus Miss Fortune and Soraka. We got the poke kill lane versus the poke sustain lane. That could go either way. Meanwhile, Vlad is taking quite a bit of damage up here fighting against this block. But yeah, poke kill versus poke sustain. I believe the sustain lane should win just because they're able to heal up that damage after every fight. And that might be the end of Vlad. Warwick comes through. Meanwhile, Soraka is, yep, Warwick gets the kill in mid, but now Pyke is going to actually get the kill on Soraka. Good stuff. I wasn't expecting that to actually happen considering the situation. Pyke is still going after Miss Fortune. Should definitely consider backing off. And that is the end of Quinn thanks to the flash from Miss Fortune. Warwick is coming in at the speed of sound. I don't think he's going to be able to get the kill. He goes ahead and backs off once he gets hit with Make It Rain. Oh, this might be it for... Oh, wow, the outplay from Garen. Let me say, Garen kept that Aatrox away from him while he had him ignited. It was a good move on his part, and that is how you build a slight advantage. Although he is down by CS, down by around 7, he also has not gone back the first time, so this might be a good time for him to do that. But yeah, like I said, the bot lane matchup should, in theory, go towards Miss Fortune and Soraka. I know that we just watched Pyke get a kill on Soraka, but then again, Miss Fortune just got a kill on Quinn, so it's still kind of even, if not anything. Yeah, it's still kind of even just because of Pyke's passive, so that works out. So let's get into some of what's going on right now in terms of objectives. I don't know, Pyke might have made a mistake there. It's a good thing he was able to kind of swim out of that situation because he took quite a bit of damage, and right now Quinn or Pyke are not able to in good faith start a fight considering Quinn's health is so low. But yeah, the current objectives on the map, you got a Cloud Dragon. Cloud Dragon is definitely going to be way more useful for the blue team, I think. Just because they are going to be needing that for the picks. Meanwhile, here comes Warwick. He's coming in hot. Looks like Soraka's going to get singled out, and they're going to hop on her and take care of that real quick. Meanwhile, Vi is down bot, but she chooses, or she elects to get out as soon as they notice her. So not looking so hot for the Soraka. And this may be the end of LeBlanc, but this is definitely the end of Warwick. Meanwhile, Vi almost was able to catch LeBlanc out, but LeBlanc snaps back to her previous position before Vi makes contact, and okay, this is not a good move, Pike. Whoa, okay, maybe it was a good move. Good job with the execute on Pike, getting that kill. Wow. I would not have expected them to be able to dive under tower like that. I'm saying the best part about that was he was in fact able to get out after doing that. So good job on that bot lane. And meanwhile up top, oh, wasn't enough. And now we got a fight between Warwick and Vi. I don't think Vi is going to win this. And I guess she got smited. Oh no, she didn't get smited. She probably got hit with the initial smite to start, and that happened. Alright, so now we got a fight going on top, and now Warwick has gone mid, trying to get this kill on Vlad, but it's not gonna pan out the way that LeBlanc is looking for. And now Garen takes a little bit of damage from Aatrox. Garen definitely is starting to realize like he might need to stay in the tower a little bit. He has a phage, and that works out pretty well in this situation. Okay, now we got a fight in bot. I'm gonna say Soraka getting picked off. She is not gonna go down without a fight, but now it looks like Miss Fortune's gonna be able to get this Quinn kill. Quinn tries to vault off the minion, unable to get through the wall before that Misfortune bullet comes through, but Pike is able to get that kill on the back end of that. Right now, Pike seems to be the carry and Quinn seems to be the support, but hey, it's sometimes like that. And I don't know about this Vlad. He's getting damaged out quite a bit, but this might be the end of LeBlanc. Although, is this going to be the end of Vlad? It is going to be the end of Vlad. Warwick always coming through with that gank when LeBlanc needs it most. We say really good map maneuvering on Warwick's part. Definitely showing what a good jungle is capable of accomplishing. And is this going to be the end of Garen? And it is. I was going to say, like, good work. Oh, and here we go. We got another fight in bot. I don't know if Quinn definitely is in a good position for this, but she's getting out. Pike unfortunately misses his ult. I'm not really sure how that ult ever actually hits anything, just because it is, that might be the end of Aatrox. It is the end of Aatrox. And that is the end of, oh, and that flash from Misfortune comes in at the right time. Like, nothing was in flight, nothing was going to happen in terms of auto attacks, so good job on her reaction time for making that happen. Meanwhile, LeBlanc is going after Vlad again, and Warwick is able to get that first dragon of the match. Like I said, it's going to be really good for his team. Cloud Dragon, like, move speed is one of those things that a lot of people, I guess, don't necessarily think is all that important, but it's important when you're trying to catch people out of position. And now that Cloud Dragon does in fact give move speed even in combat, it is a really good move on their part for actually getting that, making it easier for them to get in a position to either fight or offer support to other players. Meanwhile, Garen is going after Aatrox. I'm not really sure this is a great fight for Garen. He decides to back off eventually, but yeah, that fight could go either way in all honesty. But I think it would be more advantageous for Aatrox in most situations right now. But yeah, so let's go ahead and do a quick, oh, and this looks like this might be the end of LeBlanc actually. Oh, not enough from the Hemophage, and that is, and LeBlanc is going to be able to recall quite easily from that situation. And here comes Vi and Warwick with the counter gank. Warwick coming through. Misfortune too far back with the bullet time. And Pike comes through with that ult. He misses the ult on by, but in all honesty, they should be able to dive this. Oh, they need some minions. Meanwhile, up top, Aatrox and Garen are still kind of going at it. Oh, and Miss Vi unfortunately misses her punch, and this might be the end of Vi. Oh, she's able to survive with just a tick of health. Meanwhile, Quinn's flying through, and she comes through with behind enemy lines and Sky Strike, getting that kill on Vi. However, Misfortune was easily and quickly able to get that kill on her. Meanwhile, Warwick is now up top. Man, is he fast, and he is moving around that map, creating advantages for his team. This looks like this might actually be the first tower in this game, going towards the blue team. So that is going to be a really... It's helping the blue team snowball. Right now, they are currently up 6K gold. This is exactly what they want in terms of moving into this mid-game. So right now, it looks like the red team is going to have to start forcing these team fights because right now their individual strength is not going to be enough to fight off these assassins who come to try and pick them off. So with that, let's check this next dragon first. So the next dragon is going to be an Ocean Drake. That's going to be useful for the blue team, again, just because having extra movement. Oh, and this might be the end of LeBlanc, and it is coming through with the dunk from Vi. Soraka goes ahead and burns her ult, trying to escape the Quinn. However, I guess that... Oh, and Pike is not having it. He's not letting her out, and I don't think she was 100% aware of what was going on, and now she has died. Meanwhile, and it looks like Warwick got the... Who got the Rip Herald? Well, now we got to fight with Aatrox. I don't know if Vlad is going to make it out. He survives the Aatrox ult, but this might be a little bit beyond him at this point. Oh, he actually is able to get the kill with that last hit. Oh, and he's able to escape thanks to, I believe that's his E. Meanwhile, it looks like LeBlanc should be able to actually get this kill. And yeah, no, this is exactly what I was kind of worried about in terms of the red team having to fight. And now Pike is godlike. He's 7-0-3. Not something that the red team really can handle right now. They're down 7.5k gold. They really need to start forming up right now. If they don't start forming up, things are only going to start or continue to spiral out of control. So the question is, will they understand and recognize that that's what they need to do? Right now, blue team is maneuvering around the bot lane. Warwick is going after Misfortune, and Aatrox is there too. Quinn is going to try and vault in and get this kill on Vlad. She is able to do that. Vlad unable to make anything work from that. Now here comes Vi. She comes through, dunks Quinn, and Quinn is unable to escape after that initial dunk comes through. Meanwhile, it looks like blue team has rotated bot. Ooh, and LeBlanc gets hit a little bit, but now Aatrox is fighting off a bunch of people at once right now. LeBlanc gets caught in the bullet time. I don't know why Aatrox dove so deep. Looks like this might be the end of Aatrox. Although he dashes through the wall and is able to make something happen, he tries to pin down the Vi. She's unable to go, but now Vi has walked into a trap. Now she's fighting both Warwick and Aatrox, and she goes down. Now Garen is trying to decide whether or not he wants to go after Warwick, but he's forgetting that there's too many people here. Quinn's coming back. Pike caught Garen out with the stun, and now Quinn is going after this Misfortune. Misfortune goes down. It is turning into a bloodbath a little bit, and Red Team really can't figure out a way to get around this current situation. I don't know if they're really going to be able to make a comeback. Blue Team's going for this Ocean Drake. Let's say building more advantages, getting more objectives. Pike, oh man, he actually caught the Vlad. This might be the end of Vlad if he comes up out of that pool too early. Oh, and the vault. But Pike doesn't care, he gets the kill. So meanwhile, Warwick was able to get the Ocean Drake. This is turning into a very bad situation for the Red Team. They're gonna have to get creative and pick out some of these pickers if they plan on trying to make a comeback. Meanwhile, they can't get picked off like that. That is the end of Misfortune, and this might be the end of Vi. It is the end of Vi. Soraka just kind of standing back while these guys go after the tower, and now she was a little bit too far out. Quinn flies through, gets the Sky Strike off, gets that kill on Soraka. I think this might be the end of this game for the Red Team, at least from my prediction. Right now, they probably should be able to... and Vlad comes through with the Hemophage. I'm not really sure why. Aatrox goes ahead, ult. He's throwing down quite a bit of damage. He's going to go down, I think, now. Meanwhile, LeBlanc is able to get the Ignite off on Vlad, but I don't... Yeah, that's the end of Vlad. Meanwhile, Garen was actually able to catch up to LeBlanc and get the kill. Definitely not a good move for Quinn, but she's able to get out of that situation. Now Pike, now they're kiting Garen. I'm not really sure that was a good move on his part. Meanwhile, Warwick is going after Misfortune, and they are able to out-kite Garen, and Quinn makes it through with a smidge of health. I'm gonna say Garen and Vi both had a chance to get that. They only needed to hit Quinn for 200 HP of damage, for 200 points of damage, and they were unable to do that thanks to the farming from Pike, or not farming. Well, yeah, at this point it is farming. He's 10-0-7. He's been farming champions. But the kiting from Quinn and Pike. So this is not looking good for the Red Team. And so now Vlad, they're going after Vlad again. And this might be the end of Quinn. Yes, it is. And Pike gets the kill on Vi. I don't know if Warwick's going to be able to escape this. Goes ahead, ults over the wall, and he makes it out. Meanwhile, Vlad is fighting this LeBlanc. LeBlanc not necessarily doing a whole lot of damage, but at the same time, she is kind of making him think a little bit more about what he's about to do. And now it looks like Blue Team's going to go ahead and reset. Although at this point, they could probably go for Baron and try and end this game immediately. What is it? They have a almost 16K gold lead at this point. So they could probably end this really quick if they wanted to, I think. Just looking at some of the items currently being built. Like, just looking at Quinn. Oh, man. Just looking at Quinn, she's currently on her third item. Meanwhile, Misfortune's on her second. And I guess in terms of Pike, he has all the damage he wants. Yep, and that is going to be the surrender from the Red Team. Good game, Blue Team. If I had to give... Well, let's just talk a little bit about this. Earlier on in the match, when I talked about the Warwick and Vi matchup, I said both of those guys could gank pretty early, but it's going to come down to a matter of skill in terms of what they can do, in terms of getting their team ahead. Warwick definitely was responsible for getting his team ahead in most situations, especially in the situation with mid. His ganks on mid to stop Vlad from trying to snowball into something pretty terrible were very successful. Allowed LeBlanc who might not have had all that much damage output early on to kind of be in a position where she still might matter, and she was definitely showing that later on. So if I got to give a MVP to a specific person, it would go ahead and be Warwick. So with that being said, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I want to again thank Dyz Wallet for allowing me to cast his game. Yeah, I guess I will see you guys next time.